All right, back on the 66 Lightning here. Just think about what to stick in the cylinders. This thing's been sit for a long time. You know, there's Croyle, there's LPS, there's WD-40. People got their own ATF, mineral spirits concoction. I don't believe this thing, I'm sure it's, well, I haven't put a Kickstarter to it, but kind of want to spray something in there before I do. I don't believe it's locked up or anything like that. So I'm just going to go with, you know, the old tried and true water displacement. I'm going to spray some of that down in there, let it soak, and I'm going to work on pulling the clutch cover off, or the primary cover, I should say, and the timing side cover. I'm also going to stick clutch lever on and a cable. This has got me kind of like going, yep, I'm going to do the clutch cable. I got that here, little boot. The adapter and abutment, they go there, got to get hooked up and all that. But I was thinking, well, putting the lever on, you're putting on grips, right? Yeah, gonna need some grips on them bars. So down in my stash, thought maybe these, but then I realized they're ATV. You know, they're not for a twist grip. It says motorcycles, but yeah, ATV. I look at the holes; they're both the same size, 7/8. But yeah, these bikes, they got a little bit of a vibration. The little Thunderbolt, 69 Thunderbolt I got going last year. I ran these here, these bubblegum type grips. They seem to have a little bit of vibration in them. And then I have these Gran Turismos. These are like really small ones compared to these bubblegum ones. Kind of see the difference in length. These are also Gran Turismos. I don't know where these short ones came from. I don't think I'll ever use those on anything. Maybe good for a kid's bicycle. These here look like a medium. They measure the size of those bubblegum style ones. I think I got those from Lowbrow. But then I got these here, these real big ones. They're kind of pliable. They got a nice cushion to them feel. I believe that's what's on here. I believe that's what's on the 67 Lightning. So if that's what those are, that's what I want to run. I like those. Those got a good feel to them. So yeah, I'm going to compare those grips. Pretty sure I'm going to run the original clutch lever, even though I have aftermarkets from MAP. I'm going to try to keep as much original on this thing as I can. And then time to spray some WD in there real quick. All right, spray a little WD down each cylinder, letting it do its thing. Now, I was looking at these grips, made in Italy. That's what I verified what's on that Lightning there. I thought it was these taller ones. It's not. It's these. Let's take a look here. They got a good feel to them. Yeah. Grand Touring, made in Italy. So, grip glue. Yep, I got that stuff right here. But being an old school BMXer, I'm going with this stuff here. Yeah, we're gonna do the old hairspray thing. Works great. Lasts a long time. All right, make stuff happen. Got a grip on. Oh yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I wiped that off with the WD and that rag at throttle cleaned up pretty good. I thought I might have to like hit it with some steel wool, but I think it's good enough. I'm going to try to save this grip. Yeah, the handlebars are that 70 up there. Pretty sure they got the matching grip to this, which is old. I'm going to try to save that grip and get it back over to those bars. I'm going to try the air thing. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to spray a little WD down there, then the air thing. A little bit of both. I actually didn't use the air. That screwdriver, a little WD on each side. Worked it around. Thing came off pretty good. Yeah, that's basically just an older version. I think it's in this package here. Yeah, sprayed it with some WD. I'm gonna get that cleaned up, get this throttle thrown on here, and work on these levers. All right, moment everybody's waiting for here. Yeah, lever time. Yeah, original levers. I do have some really nice replacement ones. But like I said, trying to use as much as I can to a certain extent. The rims I didn't reuse. The original Jones rims were pretty rusty. I did put some alloys on here. New spokes, obviously. Marani, I believe. Might have missaid that, mispronounced that. I got new bars. Those are new bars, Western style. This had some kind of like mini apes on it, which I hated. They were on it when we picked it up back in the 90s. But I'm running an original throttle, even though I got a new one here. I'm running original throttle. Yeah, and I'm gonna run these original levers. Mainly, I'm gonna run the original monoblocks. I do have brand new concentrics, but those are gonna go up there on that 70, and that's where these levers are gonna go, and that's where them Swiss grips are gonna go. And I'll probably put Western bars in that too, even though I got mini apes and I got these here. I like the Western bars, they're comfortable. Let's see what else I got new on here. Steering dampener, all that stuff's new. But yeah, the paint's original on the forks and the frame. I did replace the shocks, wheel bearings, tires and tubes, obviously stuff like that. Headset bearings, did the conversion. SRM, roller bearing. But yeah, it's got the plugs back in. Something funny here, I guess one of my rants. This 13/16 socket, Duralast, you know where that stuff comes from, the auto parts store. You'd think that top hex would be 13/16, you'd think, but it's not. It's like 22 mil. So yeah, these pliers are gonna make it into my toolkit. I picked these up at the hardware store last fall when I was out for a ride on that 67 Lightning. Foot peg came loose. Yeah, you know, BSA stuff. Stuff comes loose while you're riding. And of course I forgot my tool bag. I was Space Cadet mode. Picked those up there, those Milwaukee's. Those are pretty good, decent hardware, hardware store stuff sometimes pretty good, you know. Pretty decent pliers. They're gonna go in my toolkit. That, however, I'm like, it's a good socket, but why would they make that 13/16? Just kind of silly. Anyhow, I'm gonna throw the levers on, clutch cable, obviously timing covers coming off and clutch covers coming off, or primary side covers coming off. All right, as I was putting on my clutch lever, I realized I should probably throw my kill switch on there. You know the company here. So I got that up in there. There we go. Yeah, I got it tight up to the grip there. It's kind of where I like it. I got small paws. I ain't a big dude. I'm gonna throw the brake lever on real quick, and then I'm gonna get pulling those covers off I've been yakking about. All right, man, YouTube's a strange beast, isn't it? Yeah, listen to some Motorhead out here working on this old thing, and then the commercials that pop up. I don't know why those commercials they have. They could be something more suited to me, but whatever. Advertisements or whatnot. Anyhow, got the brake lever on. That's got the choke tied into it. Doesn't travel all the way, I noticed, with where I got it, but that's where I want my brake lever, and I'm not sure I'll run a choke anyhow. I'm happy with my brake lever where it's at. I might move this clutch lever around a little bit. I got a little bit of movement there. Gonna get a dipper switch on order. I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I don't have one of those, I don't think. I'll go look, but in the box of shenanigans in the basement, but need to get another one of those on order for that bike when I get around to that. So I might as well order one of those And here we are in the book, 48. And there we are, dipper switch. So yeah, I'm gonna get that on order. And I'm gonna pull these covers off in a minute, quit talking about them. But yeah, YouTube's funny, ain't it? Posted a video, 3-4 days ago on a snowmobile I've been working on. I don't know if it was a picture I chose or what, but a whole lot of views. I mean, for me, I don't get many views, but the most views I had in a short amount of time. And I don't know if it was because people were following it or if it was just a picture I used. You know, but yeah, it's goofy like that. Anyhow, yeah, feel free to comment. What do you guys listen to when you're out riding? You know, whether you're on one of these old machines here, new bike, you know, what tunes do you guys got going on? Yeah, I listen to a variety of stuff. Some metal, some hard rock, actually some kind of like, I don't know what you even call it. The guy's name is Benjamin Todd, I think. It's on, he's on YouTube. He's got, I guess that's kind of it's kind of got a Western to it, but yeah, anyhow, yeah, look him up. He's got some good tunes. But yeah, I'm going to pull the covers off now. I'm going to quit talking about it. All right, pulled the side cover off here. Timing side, obviously. And yeah. Oh, let me push on that again. Well, got some movement there. Funny, a minute ago, shaky McCoy here at the camera. A minute ago, I put it in my right thumb stronger. I guess I was using both. Yeah, I was probably using both thumbs. Anyhow, using both thumbs on there, I can push on the that push rod for the clutch. It's got movement. It's a good sign. Decisions, man. Points electronic ignition. It's probably gonna get a Boyer. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, go figure. Ministry came on. Jesus built my hot rod. As soon as I was messing with that push tube there. I can't remember if I drained the oil out of the gearbox. I'm going to do this primary side cover first. Pull the drain out of there and see what comes out. All right, pulling the screws off the primary cover. It says in here there are 2 chain case covers, heads painted red, screws that is, situated midway, one being the oil level screw and one the drain screw. I pulled all the screws out except for the one which I believe is the oil level screw, this Allen one. I thought it was a picture, but not seeing it. Anyways, pretty sure that Allen one is the oil level screw, and that one there's a drain screw. Nothing's coming out, so I'm assuming I drained it or it all leaked out for sitting for since the late 90s. That was the last time this thing got rode, I think. Anyhow, I'm gonna pull that one out, pop the cover off. All right, pop the cover off. This is the opposite side. See, that bottom one there would be your drain. This top one here, see how that's got that hole on the top there? That's your level plug. Yeah, that's really clean. Surprisingly, this thing is really clean. This is why you keep them indoors. You don't leave them outside. This thing's great, man. Yeah, lost at words, I guess. I was expecting not happy stuff. Rusty crusty. I was expecting some bad stuff, man. This thing is like, man, that's great shape. Wow. Yeah. Real happy with this. Thing I've been sitting, like I said, since the late 90s. Was at my parents' garage at the one house I went to high school in. Then I moved to the house they're in now. Then I moved out to my house. And I've been sitting on it for about 10 years. I really took it apart, really haven't done nothing with it. That's yeah, that bike we just did not too long last year, that Thunderbolt, man, it was ugly. She had a lot of moisture in the engine. This is great. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the clutch cable on. I was thinking like this is some of the clutch, checking measurements, but looking at this, I mean, maybe the plates could be sticking. I don't know. That little thing right there is supposed to be in that tit, like that one is. Same goes for that one. That thing's not in the right spot. And it doesn't look like it's adjusted. I mean, look at the screw heads. They don't. I mean, I'll see if it's pulling evenly, but that kind of I'm suspect. I'll dig further into it. But yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks. Let me get a cable on there and see how that thing's pulling evenly. All right, so pushing on the plunger, it got stuck for a minute. So I'm probably gonna want to just at least dig it in the clutch a little bit. Yeah, that oil is clean. I mean, I'm amazed how clean that oil is. Pretty impressed so far. Considering how long this thing's been sitting. I've heard about, moisture building up in the gearboxes, this and that. And the one I had in here that last year, that 69 Thunderbolt, man, it was a case of, yeah, for sure, water came out, mustard oil, really screwed up transmission I had to rebuild. But not, not the end of the world. Parts are available. It's doable in the garage here. You don't got to be a specialist, if you will. Fairly easy bikes to work on. So yeah, I was thinking about changing this cover to one of the fancy bling billet covers, and look at that. That thing looks like freaking new. I might just run what I brung when I got here, Gonna check the gap on that, air gap. Try to get a good gap there. That oil looks great. I don't see any reason to go any further. On the timing side over here, I don't see any reason to pull this cover. The only reason I would be to polish up this outer piece here. The only reason to pull that thing. Yeah. Gonna sleep on that one. Yeah, I should pull it to check the bush on the timing side. Yeah, be on the safe side. That'd be a wise move. Yeah, not gonna do that right now, but yeah, I'm need to get the chain cleaned up and some other things here. But yeah, pretty stoked on how clean that oil is. That's awesome. All right, got the barrel and the abutment cleaned up as best I could. They're original to the bike. Just threw that in the vise. Shop towel, little brake and carb choke cleaner, whatever you got. Got those cleaned up decently. I'm gonna get those installed and get this cable on. Oh yeah, this Barnett cable came with some lube, which is pretty cool. Pretty good cables. All right, so there I was talking about the Barnett cable. That 8mm socket, that little hammer. I had to use that to drive down the abutment. It's a little tight, but it's on and seated. We'll see how she goes. All right, got the abutment on there. Cable fed through. I got it on the outside here. I'll reroute that probably through the headlight once that's all on. But anyhow, yeah, you'll see how uneven this is pulling. I got a little bit of free play in the clutch there. But yeah, watch that. You can see it's just pulling that back, the lower part in the back corner. I'm gonna dig in there, just curious to who was in this clutch last. Just want to make sure everything's all good, because just seeing how that's adjusted has me suspect. Yeah, I plan on digging in this anyways. I'm just amazed how clean it is. All right, that's all I got for today. Gonna dump that oil out, get the chain cleaned up. Yeah, digging in this clutch. Right now, I'm off to work. All right, look at this gear oil. I was kind of wondering if I had added oil, like drained the oil and added to it like I was gonna run it. I I walked away from this project quite a few times. Other stuff that came up. Noticed a little bit of glitter in there. So either wash that out, or this was oil that had been in there for a long time. But it looks really decent for oil that's been in there a long time. All right, I'm gonna get this wiped out and use this pan here to soak up the chain and get it all cleaned up. All right, back on the 66 BSA here. Cleaned up the Kickstarter lever. You know, nothing too crazy. She's still got rust on her. It's original. Got a good amount off there, but that stuff's always going to be there. That kicks over. Actually, pump a little bit of oil out. I did spray the cylinders again. Put the lube in there. The clutch needs adjusted. I'm not going to get into that too much. I got a video on that. You know, clutch and transmission video already. Kind of more of a decision-making video. Kind of stuck there. Probably got to sleep on some stuff. This thing ran good with the points on it. I got a brand new harness. I'm thinking I'm just going to put a new harness on and make a decision on coils here. They look rough, but being as I got two of those from the 67, and these I'm pretty sure are the original ones or close to it off of the 66. I think I'm just gonna, you know, I was trying to keep with originality with this, even though I added an oil filter, changed the rims, did wheel bearings, did fork seals, gators, new bars, you know, you get it. But that stuff, that's, you know, that's kind of safety stuff. Not the oil filter, but the tires and the bearings and the wheel bearings and fork seals and whatnot. Yeah. Do I put electronic ignition on this, a Boyer, which I've done on a couple other bikes? Not real difficult. Got a video on that. Well, since this thing ran good, you know, put that new harness on there, hook everything up, see what the spark's like. Throw the original monoblocks on there, even though I got new concentrics. Throw the original monoblocks on there and see how this thing runs with all the original stuff. I got all the stuff to do the electronic stuff. Podtronics, I got a Boyer. I actually pulled this bracket off of that 70 up there, and that would put these, it would mount them, you mount your coils down there, and I was going to use that plate that runs across here that your coils usually mount to. It mounts to that plate. Got it in the box here somewhere. I was going to mount my Boyer to that plate and my Podtronics. But before in the past, I put the Podtronics back here, right in this area. I also thought about, I seen somebody put it down here, which I thought was a really good spot. I never even thought of that. Right in that area, the Podtronics. Anyhow, maybe, yeah. Right now, so far the clutch needs adjusted, and I got to make some decisions. Got to sleep on it. Yeah, got a car coming in here I got to work on, so I got a few nights for sure to sleep on this. I'm gonna wrap up what I've done so far this week, tinkering with this thing, and just get a short little video up. And yeah, you guys give me some input. You know, comment. You know, go with the Boyer or go with the points. I mean, they seemed to work fine last time I rode it, which was late 90s. I was a kid, but you know, different, used to a different type of riding back then. I was on an FZR 600, but so when I got on this thing, I was kind of like, you know, whatever. As I've gotten older, I've kind of like beating around on these things. Yeah, I guess that's it for this week. Yeah, I got to make a decision on ignition stuff, and got to sleep on it. Then pull a car in here and work on a car, which I really don't care to do, but do what you got to do, right? Anyhow, yeah, I've yacked for like almost 5 minutes about ignition decisions. Anyhow, yeah, like I said, drop a comment if you would on what your opinion is on points versus electronic ignition. Yeah, and hit a like and feel free to subscribe. Have a good week. Later.